Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. In this review, I'll be reviewing the Ultimatum season 1. We're already at episode 3. So episode 3 starts off where they left in episode 2, which is the couples are still making their choices. In the middle of people making choices, Nate suddenly stands up and decides to propose to Lauren. In his interview, he says that, he's concerned that COLBY won't leave his girlfriend once the experiment is finished. And so I think to sort of stop him from either getting an opportunity to even start connecting further, this is why he decides to propose. And everybody else picks up on it because Nate and Lauren were the couple was one of the biggest red flags in their relationship when they came up, because they said they were struggling because Lauren said she didn't want any children and Nate said he wanted children. And Nate, I think, is looking to start a family as soon as possible, according to one of his dates when he said he wants his parents to meet his children and watch his children grow. So everybody's sort of taken aback at his proposal and doesn't seem to understand what's going on. After he's proposed, Lauren accepts the proposal and you can see the shock on Vanessa's face. And I think everybody's sort of taken aback because they're wondering, when did the two of you sort of reach a compromise? Because the last we heard, one wanted children, one didn't want, and people questioned this. And Nate became very defensive because COLBY was planning on choosing Lauren. And so he's surprised that suddenly Nate is proposing and Lauren is accepting. And for me, it's very sad because as much as he thinks he stopped COLBY from living with his girlfriend, that doesn't solve anything, because chances are if they do get married, they're going to break up a couple of years down the line, because that problem of wanting children and not wanting children is going to still be there. And even after, the choice, you can hear them, Lauren, saying, if we need to go to counseling, and it's like, why do you keep pestering and pushing for something if it's not working? Why not, say this is where we are and let us try something new. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But anyway, that's me. So it then leaves COLBY and April, who April volunteers to go with COLBY, even though COLBY told her he wouldn't be choosing her, because she says she wants to participate in the experiment because Jake has said he's formed a connection with Rhea, and so she wants to participate as well, and she hopes, in hopes of improving her relationship with Jake when they leave the experiment. So the couples go off, and we now have 4 couples. So we have MADLYN and Randall, SHANIQUE and Zay, COLBY and April, and last but not least is Jake and Rhea. So I'll start off with April and COLBY. I think even though they didn't choose each other, they are the ones with the potential of growing, because they haven't chosen each other because they are sexually attracted to one another. They haven't chosen each other because they have a lot of things in common. I think if they do open up and if they give each other the opportunity, they might actually help each other grow and discover new things about themselves and different ways of coping in a relationship, or forming a relationship, or looking at the qualities that they want in a partner. So I don't see them becoming, forming a a romantic relationship. I see them forming a bond and maybe becoming the best of friends, but I don't really see them having a romantic relationship. And I like that they set boundaries and they are honest with one another that this is what it is, this is the hand they've been dealt, and they're going to have to find a way forward, which I really appreciate for the two of them. I have to commend the two of them for agreeing to continue the experiment, and I have to commend the two of them for being open to the idea of trying something new, which will help them in a relationship, because relationships, you have to be open, you have to be able to compromise, and you have to be willing to communicate, which they are doing. So I wish them all the best. From there, we go to Randall and MADLYN. Randall and MADLYN, for me, are more people that have chosen each other because they're sexually attracted to one another, if nothing else. I don't think they've actually gone deep into knowing one another enough to have made a sound decision, because at times it's not always best to choose someone that you agree with and someone who has a lot of things in common with you, because then there's no room for personal growth. So I think they're sexually attracted to one another. if given the opportunity, MADLYN, I can see her definitely becoming intimate with Randall, because she seems like she's open to the idea from the comments that she made right off the jump when she said, you know, she wanted to explore Randall, and Randall himself says that, confesses that, you know, MADLYN has always been his first choice. But they sort of sit down, and I didn't quite catch what their plan is for the future, but I don't know, we'll see as the season goes on. From there we go to Jake and Rhea. Jake and Rhea, for me, I'm not a fan. I don't know them personally. I cannot hate them because I don't know them. But I don't think their relationship is set on such a strong foundation that it could last. I think their relationship is set on the fact that they have a lot of things in common. They come from more or less the same heritage, whereby they have some black and some Italian blood within them. And so because of that, I think that's one of the things that sort of binds them from what we were shown. And I really don't get it. I really don't get what makes their relationship so special, or what will give them. They might work as in being boyfriend and girlfriend, but I don't see them working long term as husband and wife. And I'm a bit annoyed at the fact that when Rhea was asked what she liked about Zay and why she wanted to marry him, she couldn't say anything. But she mentioned at least 3-4 things about Jake, someone she's only known for a couple of days. So I think it will really break Zay's heart when he sees that we were in a relationship for 2 years and she had nothing nice to say about me. She dated someone for a couple of days and yet she already had this list. But hey, that happens in real life. But anyway, that's them. Then my favorite couple, as I said last episode, Zay and SHANIQUE. Zay and SHANIQUE for me are a couple that I think have the potential to go the long haul. Not only pass the experiment, but get married, start a family, and actually settle down and, live a very, happy life. I think their only issues will be communication, in the sense that they come from two distinct backgrounds, and it will be a way of sort of the buzzword, going to counseling and then finding a way to move forward as a union. But I think they have the potential to be successful. They push each other. They acknowledge that they they are able to correct each other. They're able to give each other constructive feedback and be receptive of that feedback, which I think is going to help them grow into better people by the end of the experiment. You can see that they are attracted to each other sexually, which is good. And I like the fact that they were able to set boundaries, and Zay was very receptive, and SHANIQUE asked him to sleep on the city, and he didn't complain. He took his clothing and off he went, and then she came and made sure that he was covered and he was comfortable. So I really like that they're starting to show empathy and they care about one another, and they're hoping to make the most of this experience. So my hopes are high for them. If there's any couple that I think could be successful, it's them. I think the only thing that would stop Zay from moving further would be if Randall came back and said he wanted SHANIQUE. I think then he would do the best thing and just step back and just allow them to grow. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye.